Since the pandemic started, we are engaged in e-learning system. Being challenged in life is inevitable, but you have the choice to decide how you will react to these situations. Especially now, in this time of crisis and uncertainty, our parents are financially stressed. Taking up this course is not that easy. It's a bit challenging and as well as enjoyable. We have to prepare lots of dishes from different countries. We are also struggling since we don't have proper utensils and equipment. The quality of the cooking equipment that you choose to use is as outstanding as the tools themselves when it comes to work and food quality. But below the big dark cloud of the pandemic, we won't let this dilemma control us in achieving our goals and continue to pursue and be positive as we are about to reach our success.
I just finished my cooking laboratory. It was so tiring, but anyway, this pandemic, an absolute struggle from its negative effect that has affected globally. But despite the hardships, I am thankful for the alternative learning program. Education was not compromised. At some point, I'm still able to push through and get along with school activities through technology. It's a bit of a struggle. Still, I get to manage and enjoy and embrace the essence of education at home. My hopes, my dreams still ventures on.
What I have learned today when we are done are laboratories in specialty cuisine, which is the Sicilian cuisine, Greek cuisine, and Mexican cuisine. Is that we learn the different kinds of their main dishes, desserts, and appetizer. Through this experience, I can say that I don't need to go to other country in order to eat their dishes, but through this opportunity, we not just only eat but we cook it. We learn their dishes so far may run as we go through. In our journey, we have the knowledge that will put in our mind that will stay forever. But the struggle that we face when we are challenged to do these laboratories is that we need to become safe amidst this pandemic, so our teachers decided that we are not going to school to perform in this. Instead, we are tasked to have a partner who are near to us so that we can avoid COVID-19. This pandemic teaches us to become strong in order to survive.
Every day is a day to celebrate. I celebrate because we have given the opportunity to live. So let's live our life to the fullest. Being a student amidst this pandemic is so hard. We encounter different struggles and uncertainty, but in order for us to survive, we should have the courage to face it. One of the struggles that we have facing today is having limited resources during our laboratories. It's hard for us that we have a limited interaction between us and our teacher to teach us on the things that we should know. This pandemic led us to have online classes, but the hardest thing with this distant learning is that we have limited resources to use, like poor internet connection. that make the student to become late in classes, especially to our laboratories. I realized that this pandemic brought so much change in the lives of everyone, especially us students. But this also makes us strong enough that even if there is a pandemic, we continue to stand still for our future and our dreams to come true.
As a student, I express and embrace my experience while in online class through labeling the dry and wet ingredients and also preparing it. It is all about Sicilian, Greek, and Mexican cuisine. Specialty cuisine, it means a lot for me. Why? Because I learned how to cook the different kinds of cuisine in other country. I can say maybe there is an obstacle to us, but still we keep on the process. Meanwhile, I set aside also the other ingredients as you can see for Mexican cuisine, Greek cuisine, and Sicilian cuisine, of course. And last, the most important of all are the vegetables and the meat should stored at a room temperature to prevent from spoilage and to reduce the textures of the color. So the overall ingredients are chicken, beef, squids, egg, milk, mayonnaise, cheese and breadcrumbs, taco shells, parsley, lemon, oil, tomato sauce, sugar, raisins, black and pepper and salt, flour, onions and garlic, lettuce, cucumber. So these are the ingredients that I will use today as for
Hi, I am Beth Aaron Nagpangano Maikas, a third-year student of John Bulacson College's Foundation Bacolod. Online laboratory is the use of telecommunication to conduct real experiment. We need to understand for some of the biggest challenges of online instruction is to sustain the laboratory activities. We will need to improvise as we make our recipes. Cooking class was a lot of fun, but it's different now because of this pandemic. It is important to remember that online laboratory class still need to incorporate communication and critical thinking skills, also allowing proper assessment of the student learning.
Hello everyone, my experience during this pandemic. During this pandemic, we still pursue our responsibility as a student. Even though we don't have the right cooking materials that is needed to use, we still find a way just to comply our requirements. Even lacking the money and necessities, we still find a strategy just not to fail the subject. We students learn through virtual, we still cope and adjust to its system in order to graduate and have a good life in the future. Even it's a virtual, we still learn many things that can be beneficial when we already are working.
I'm here to share my experiences on our laboratories in this pandemic year 2020-2021. Yes, it was so hard. We allowed to group ourselves but only limit because of we have to observe proper distancing. The expenses gets high because the members are only limited. However, in this pandemic, the school still allows us to study and guided our skills in cooking. We are grateful that we have learned a lot and experience to prepare all the dishes by ourselves. That's our new achievement for enhancing our professional development.
Hello everyone, I will share to you my experience in online class pandemic. My online learning experience during this pandemic is kind of stressful and tiring. I don't think my experience is unique because I imagine some similar situation playing out in virtual classroom across the world. Ever since we had no school and stayed at home due to quarantine, I have been more busy than usual. I woke up 7 a.m. in the morning to prepare my online class. Though it seems more difficult because you don't get the hands-on learning like you do in physical classroom. I don't like online school because it makes me procrastinate to do my work last minute. The only thing I like about online classes is that they have helped me to learn how to be.
Hi, I'm Ashley. In this video, I'm gonna talk a little about my experience as an HM student in this subject and how I managed to overcome the difficulties through online class.
So this is me baking some stuff for the dessert. And this is Rachel, my best friend. Sometimes she came over to my house so that we could cook together.
One thing I struggle about is marketing because in my case, I just market outside our subdivision and sometimes I can't find some ingredients. It's quite difficult because you're gonna think of an alternative ingredient to your dish. And also one thing, sometimes my data connection is poor. That's why I'm having a hard time finding a spot that has good signal connection. I really miss going to school because face-to-face is really much fun and you can learn much better rather than online class. But despite all the struggle, I managed to enjoy cooking in our house because of my family. We do bond a lot and they help me to conquer these struggles. And they also like tasting the dish that I cook. And that's all for my video.
What's up? Good morning! Today I will share to you my online class experience and mostly my routine every laboratory days. So let's start by making myself a cup of coffee. Coffee is life, so di ka na paglipatan ang kape. And by the way, I like my coffee black, as in pure black. Share ko lang. Basically, my online experience is kind of disturbing. Ever since we had no school and stayed at home due to quarantine, I don't really like online school because it makes me lazier every day. And also this, akong manghod. It annoys me a lot. Na ang ginauban niya every day, as in every day. Iskan pag wala paluto, mag-enjoy gina siya magsinabad sa akon. Well, the only thing I like about online classes is that they help me learn how to be more independent, manage my family time and schoolwork. My online learning experience has been different than what I am used to. I mean, I love that I get to work from the comfort of my home. However, I would rather be in a physical classroom during my laboratory days because it gives me the opportunity to ask questions, learn more, and it is much more effective than online learning. So, mauna siya. Hagad na katagnaw. So, this is Miss Faniaga. Hi, Miss. Yep. Hi, Miss. Hello. Except sa akong manghod, may isa pa ka sabaran nga as in super sabad every laboratory days. So, this is my cousin. My really annoying cousin. And also, my assistant. Sila na duwa sa akong brother ga-assist. Lastly, ang kakapoy, as in super kapoy. But worth it man tanan ang kakapoy. Kay at least may na-learn ko And na-experience na ako nga amo ni siya kakapoy. So, that's it. As what I've said, I would rather be in a physical classroom doing my laboratories and work because it gives me the opportunity and all. It is much more effective than online learning.
So hello guys, welcome to my video. So today I will share to you my experience during the pandemic and how it affects our class. So during the pandemic, we only attend our class through online. And I enjoy it because despite the pandemic, we still be able to attend our class. And I miss my classmates. And during our laboratory, I went to John Bataan's house to perform our laboratory because we are partners and we were not far away from each other. I find it difficult to perform our laboratory at home because I don't have enough tools and equipments to use for our laboratory. And at the end of the day, we still enjoy it and continue to achieve our goals in life despite the pandemic.
Good day, Ma'am. I am Camille Bautista, a BSHM3 student. My experience with our laboratory here in Asian Cuisine is not easy for us to do our laboratory because we are lack of facilities here in our house and financial problem to buy the ingredients we need. One of the difficulties I have faced is when I buy ingredients because here in our municipality there is incomplete ingredients, so I need to travel to Bacolod to buy it. But I'm so thankful with this subject because it helps me become independent, especially when our love is individual. I'm also thankful with our dear subject teacher, Miss Faniega, for guiding us and teaching us everything.
Hi, I'm Princess Joy Agotmo, AHM students of John B. Lacson College's Foundation, Bacolod. During this pandemic, it is hard for the both students and teachers to adjust, especially for AHM students like me who experiencing some difficulties. Just like in our cooking class, it is difficult because of the lack of equipment in our house needed in our cooking class or cooking laboratory, and sometimes due to financial problem. But at the same time, it was a lot of fun because it allowed us to study about uniqueness of uniqueness of the cuisine of other country, and of course to experience their dishes. That's why I'm very thankful for our teachers because they are doing their best to teach us and to guide us. And for me, this pandemic is not a big problem if you have a big dreams.
E-learning classes, I experience a lot. Sometimes my internet connection is not stable during classes. Always have not stable internet. I struggle a lot, just like expenses and everything. Back to normal days when we're going to school every day. Having these e-learning classes, I have a lot of time spending with my family and especially my dog. This has helped me to boost my self-confidence as we tackled or participating in classes during online classes, just like laboratories presenting, such as presenting our food individually, and also these classes help me to be skillful and also be creative in what we have here in our house during laboratories activities such as equipments, ingredients, and everything. It enhanced my skills even though we don't have face-to-face classes just like going to YouTube or watching our teachers going some examples me to be independent, to doing my task alone, especially during the laboratories activity.
Hello everyone, I am Mary Angel Louise Calderon. I am a third year student in John B. Lacson College's Foundation Bacolod, taking up the course of Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management. So I'm here to share to you guys what I've learned in Profilac subject. So first, let me tell you what is Profilac. So Profilac subject is a subject that requires us to perform or to cook different types of dishes that comes from different types of cuisines. For example, German cuisine, American cuisine, Italian cuisine, Mexican cuisine, and many more. Also, in this subject, we've learned different types of herbs and spices that can only be found in other countries. And also, we've learned the different cooking techniques, the unique cooking techniques of different countries. So it's
Hi
really
guys, my
fun.
name is Joanna Bernasol. I am BSHM student of John B. Lacson Colleges Foundation, Bacolod City. First of all, I just want to say thank you to Miss Joy Francis Canega for teaching us so many things in Profilexic subject. I have learned so many dishes in this subject, although it's quite hard, but I was determined all the time, and I am very excited every time I perform in our laboratories. This subject actually molded me as a student to strengthen my abilities in cooking skills. And I'm very thankful and I'm very happy. Very thankful to Miss Joy Francis Canega. That's all.
Experience during laboratory, it was found it's very tiring and expensive, but I learned something. This is so worth it to see your finished dishes, and also this experience can help to improve your skills in cooking.
Hello guys, welcome to my video. I will share to you my online experience learning during pandemic. My online learning experience as a student is a kind of stressful. I am not really used to technology. I am learning how to use technology because I need to do my homework. Somehow, I did like how we can be at home though to bond with my family. What I don't like is piles of homework due on the same day. However, what I like about learning online is that I'm not pressured to present myself as an excellent student. I can relax more, as well as I think more because in a school environment, I as well as other students have to face ourselves to think, which for most of us causes stress and anxiety.
Hi, this is Tushina Rodriguez, PSHRM3 Bravo. My experiences in Profilac subject are full of struggles and challenges. The subject is not that too hard, but the problem is always from financially booking tools and equipment. It is hard for us students to do our laboratories classes at our house because we lack of tools and equipment in our house. We always improvise in order for us to do our laboratories. Sometimes we feel stressed because we don't have such enough money to buy the needed ingredients. For me, as a regular student that has 2 laboratories every week, which is baking and international cuisine, it is a big problem for me and to my parents because I am the only one doing my laboratories every week. It is need a big money. For me, it is hard for me also because I am the only one who do the laboratories and I don't have any partner to divide the expenses. If I will be given a chance to ask if I am favored with a face-to-face class, I will be agree with that. So, in this video, you can watch a few clips of my laboratories. So kindly enjoy!
Kada pangsalubay para akong inaalon at nalulunod sa batikos ng mundo, sa kung ano lamang ang kaya ko. Bigang-biga na sa mga problema.
Classes converted to e-learning. It is a great experience for me, but I must say it is quite difficult, especially when it comes to internet connection. And it is also hard for me to find ingredients that are not available in our market. But this challenge taught me how to multitask, how to maximize my time, and how to be independent. And because of this, I was able to prove myself that I can do better without the help of others. It also helped me to spend more time with my family and be able to show them how I cook. This pandemic and e-learning system taught me a lot of things. Those things that can help me when I find a job in the future. Because the only person that can help you is yourself.
A lot of challenges I experienced while cooking. First is that not knowing what to do first because of my responsibility in our house. Hungry before starting to cook. Lack of energy. Cleaning up afterwards. Distraction like those people who are buying at our sari-sari store that keep on shouting. Yes, preparing alone is so very difficult, especially during this time that is via Century News class. But of all those challenges I encounter, I do still take time to manage it, like being patient and focused. Well, what should I do first, even though there's a lot of distraction around? Yet learning and doing practical tasks this pandemic is a unique experience to say the least. Pandemic learning comes with numerous challenges which can be especially hard for us.
Hi everyone, I'm Joey Mansaliquaro of BSHM 3rd year Bravo. Making our cooking laboratories at home is not easy for us. We suffer a lot of problems. First, a lack of cooking tools and equipment. But in behalf of the problems, we still strong. We use our mind to become creative. We create DIY cooking tools and equipment in order for us to create or cook the recipes we want. Second, we suffer also during our finances because we mind that if that laboratories we do in school, we can lessen our expenses because we can make that as by group. But because of this pandemic, we do our cooking laboratories at home and we shoulder all the expenses. But in behalf of the trying times, we still strong to fight the battle of life because we all know that we can never be success without suffering because we all know that all the successful persons need to suffer first and all the quitters never to become success. That's why to my fellow Loxonians, we never quit no matter what because this is only trial and we all know that we all pass this and we believe that the future belongs to those who believes in the beauty of their dreams.
Hi. We need to value school in any kind of way for us to be able to finish our studies. No one ever dreamed of this pandemic. We faced a very devastating era that affects all over the world. As a student, it is easy and difficult at the same time. Easy because we're staying at home while having our class since it is online and it is very convenient. Difficult on the other hand because in some instances we need to exert a lot of effort to gather things that required us to go outside to be used of some our activities and laboratories. The only and the best thing to do right now is to bear all of this because at the end of the day the God is not sleeping. Will be over soon. Thank you. God bless everyone.
My experiences during this pandemic classes is converted the new normal learning process of two students and teachers to overcome a challenges. Of virtual classes, there are so many difficulties as a student to adjust, especially a BSHM student and the laboratory activity. Some students there are lack of cooking equipment and lose of internet connection. It is also to find the ingredient is not available in the market. And I'm so very thankful Miss Joy Faniega. I learned a lot of the different cooking process technique of cuisine. I'm so happy of this part of my challenging to develop my skills. It is strong enough to force myself to stand well in a long distance learning to continue my dream.
My name is Shardine S. Monteclaro from BSHM 3 Bravo. My experience about our laboratory in international cuisine, which is converted to e-learning, is very challenging yet enjoyable and fulfilling, especially when we see the result of our hard work. Besides, having laboratory at home is a little bit hard because there is no one who will correct and teach us the right process of our work, and at the same time, it's an opportunity for us to help ourselves to identify our strengths and weaknesses at workplace. Also, it will help us to learn more and improve our skills and ability in cooking.
When the class is converted into e-learning, exciting yet challenging because of the I've been struggling much on an internet connection here in our place. Like we have a bad weather. I've also struggles when I need to purchase our laboratory needs because some of the ingredients is not available here in our place. And I need to travel to Bacolod. Yet all of these struggles and experiences is so worth it because my family are the one who can taste the dishes that I need to cook. And it is a training to us on how to manage time and an experience on learning, especially more than you want and by yourself.
Hi, I'm Ram Castro of BSHM student. The specialty cuisine brings a lot of knowledge about cooking and preparing a world-class cuisine. When the COVID strikes the Philippines, we the students worried about what have we learned in online. The online class is so hard for us as students who need knowledge about the cooking style, the preparings, and a lot. Miss Pinega knew her best to talk to us about the specialty of an Asian and the foreign cuisine. And we've learned how to cook well and to prepare the specialty of French, Spanish, Greeks, and also how to debone chicken, how to make pizza, taco, pita bread, and also how to make a vegetable salad. So I give thanks to our beloved teacher, Ms. Francis J. Paniega, who taught us even it's so hard to teach an online cooking class. But she didn't surrender to share us her knowledge about special cuisine. Thank you, Miss.
As this pandemic rises, everything has changed globally, from face-to-face classes to online classes. Online classes has been hard for us students, for we are still adjusting. We've been struggling and experiencing loss of internet connection, unstable connection always during our classes. Also in our financial aspect, we are having a difficult time to ask money from our parents because in this pandemic, they also lost their jobs. We are also experiencing anxiety and depressions. But despite those struggles, it has also a positive side. We spend a lot more time with family, doing household chores together, and a lot more. In school, this also helps me to have more self-esteem as I participate more in classes. Also, when we do our laboratories at home, we are contented of what equipment we have and find an alternative or substitute equipment if it is not available. This subject taught me a lot, even though this subject is the most expensive subject because of many laboratories, yet those labs enhances me in my cooking skills. I can cook now Asian cuisines from Korean, Japanese cuisines to Greek and Sicilian cuisines. This also helps me in my creative skills where I watch videos in YouTube, the different techniques and cooking skills, and watch our instructor to demo online. This taught me to be more independent, such as doing schoolworks alone, from quizzes, exams, and laboratories. And despite of all the hardships, we are thankful for the alternative learning program. Education are still on us.
Hi, I'm Cherry Sardinio from BSHM 3rd year Bravo. In this video, I'm going to tell you about my experience in this subject, Prof. Elect. First, I learned how to design plating, how to cook on my own. The experience of cooking different types of cuisine helped me to improve my skills. Despite this pandemic and the challenges online learning, and I'm so lucky of learning so many things even though through online. And also I learned from the basic cooking method, traditional ingredients. And I'm so proud of myself. I did by myself even though through online. And I would like to thank my teacher, Ms. Faniega. And that's all. Thank you for watching.